Alright, well, welcome to Whirlwind. We've got Blake as the Protoss, we've got Joseph as Terran. So PvP for a change. Whirlwind's a 4-player map. It's one of the old ladder maps. It's got a single Zelnaga tower in the middle. Lots of narrow pathways, not necessarily blocked, but vision blocked by a lot of bushes. In this case, we've got Blake in the top right, Joseph in the bottom right. So it's going to be a fairly short path from one to the other.
Yep, this is KJ with Syndrome Z. Zed is our guest commentator for our third game tonight. And this will be the first time he'll see Joseph play, but he's seen Blake play in the last game.
Yep.
And it was a good PvP versus Sir Maligan. It was pretty close.
Yes, it was. Maligan pulled it out in the end. And right now, Blake is sending the early scout probe. Joseph, on the other hand, is just cranking out SCVs. So Blake's going to stick with the gateway first. Joseph is getting gas at the same time as he's putting down his barracks. Blake's going to try and harass a little bit.
Yeah, Joseph's going to go with a Reaper build here.
Yeah.
And the reason Reaper is good because you can harass and scout at the same time, and he can put down his command center right after it.
Protoss has a little less flexibility until the mothership core pops out with dealing with Reapers. You know, that Zealot will chase him around in circles forever and never catch him.
Yeah, he'll probably go Stalker first though, because he knows that. And look at here, there's 2 gases already. So I think he's going to go Stalker and mothership core.
It's looking that way. Or he may try and go quick blink stalkers to get past any wall in. Although Joseph is not walling in.
Yeah, Blake is just kind of hanging out here waiting for that Reaper to pop up.
Yep.
And the Reaper will make quick work of that probe and then move to his next. Well, he already has a lead SCV to find him. So he knows what he's dealing with.
Yep.
And it's not a proxy anything. He knows that. So he's going to go straight to that base. He's going to try to come back with this SCV home or maybe expand somewhere hidden. But I think he's just going to go home. And he should.
Double checking the...
Yeah, he probably should have left because now he might lose the SCV. You know?
Most definitely.
Yeah, he should have left a while ago. He wasn't getting anything more after that.
Bye-bye.
And he knows his Reaper isn't a big threat anymore with the Stalker and the mothership core out.
Just gonna hang out and wait for an opportunity to scout.
Yep. And actually Joseph here is building more Marines. He's not expanding. He's making a bunker though, which is kind of curious because you're making units, so you really don't need it yet. It's not like he's doing a rush, and you kind of contain him with the Reaper, you know?
Yeah,
so,
it looks like it's gonna go for mines.
Yeah, it's kind of curious how he's making a bunker already when he has him contained. I mean, Protoss can't move out. You're worried about, you know, some sort of Reaper thing. He's gonna lose that Reaper. Oh, he makes it out.
Oh.
Nice job. So he just hang out here for a little bit. And look at this. Seth is pretty much doing one base play here. But that's okay for Blake because it's not like he tried to expand.
Here comes the mine.
He's getting an early engineering bay, and that's because he lost last game against Protoss to Dark Templar. So he just doesn't want to deal with it that early like he had to before and just lose the game.
Looks like he's not going to have to.
Yeah.
Because Blake so far is going with the Robotech.
Yeah, 3-gate Robo is a safe build.
Yep.
I would like to see a command center from Terran at this point, even inside the base, because it should be safe enough.
Barracks.
Yeah, he's looking to attack. Blake is gonna see this with his observer and can react accordingly. Reaper's looking around for any probes or proxy pylons or anything.
Yep. And here comes the starport for the medevacs. It's got one mine in place already. And he's working on stim. Meanwhile, Blake's observer is working his way down.
There you go.
Blake's warping in an immortal.
Yeah, the Reaper still hasn't found anything. But
Nope.
this observer certainly will know what's going on.
So Joseph was hoping to do something with the mines offensively, it looks like. He's using his mine as a scout. The
Yeah,
observer missed
he's
it.
gonna deny the expansion for as long as he can.
Yeah.
He's gonna force Blake to make another observer. Or bring his other one back.
Bring it back, yeah.
'Cause-
Is he gonna see the drop?
He'll see the war prism and it'll get hit by that. Oh, and that's it.
Ooh.
Found it. Yep. That's good for Joseph. Now he knows.
If Joseph
War
plants
prism
that
play.
mine, there, he's got it.
He needs to hurry back. Here it is. But you
Blake's
know he
hoping.
has a mine there.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
And he's gonna lose that. Nice job. Nice defense. So that ends that threat.
Yep.
And Joseph has his expansion ready to go. He just has to see this observer here.
He's still got the mine planted on that expansion for Blake.
Yep, he's gonna delay him for a while. Blake's getting that observer though, so that's fine. But and he has a pretty powerful force here if he decides to push out. If Joseph ever slacks off on offense.
Yep.
And I'd like to see him convert this into an orbital immediately, so he can start using that. But he's kind of neglected that.
There it goes. And he's switching to reactors. Still has one tech lab, but he finished stim, so we'll see if he's using that for marauders. Now he's got the reactors for the barracks and the starport. Start cranking out.
And I like all this scouting he's doing here with this Reaper. And he has another one here. He's making sure there's no hidden expansions, no special tech. Blake is finally going to expand.
Yep, cleaned out the mines.
Oh, he knew about that observer. He killed it. I don't know how he knew, but he might have seen a flicker.
Oh, he knew because it shot the the warp prism.
No, the observer right here in the inside his base. He kind of scanned and he killed it. I'm not sure how he knew that, but you know, it's dead, so that's okay.
Yeah. Joseph's got his expansion.
And he's gonna go Robotech. Robotech with for basically for Colossus, and he's also getting a Twilight. So
Blink
not sure
stuff.
for Blink or for Psystorm later. I'm not sure, or maybe just to keep going with his upgrades. Well, he doesn't even have a forge, so Joseph's gonna see that, so he knows.
Yeah.
And look at this. Joseph has a ninja expansion on the bottom left. So if Blake does not see that anytime soon, he's gonna power up here and should be able to produce a ton of units.
And as Husky likes to say, 3 base Terran is very scary.
Yeah, especially if you're just 2 base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now he's not even 2 base, and he's about to be dropped in his main.
Yep.
I don't know if
There it is. This is gonna hurt.
He saw it. Oh, he did see it.
He sees it. That's not gonna do much. He needs to get out of there. If I was him, pick up and just leave. Or just leave those and get out with your drop ships.
Yep.
That's okay. So that wasn't a good drop for him. And he loses 8 units. Still pretty even though as far as units killed and all that, so.
Yeah, but he's pulling away heftily with his income right now.
Yeah, he's got this guy, but he's
Joseph.
forgotten about his ninja expansion. He's run out of cycles here.
Yeah, that 4SCV's just not doing a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, Joseph has a very low APM. I mean, look at that. That's probably why he's out of cycles. He's kind of managing the army, the upgrades, this and that. So I don't think he has enough cycles. See, he's not gonna notice it for a while. He's still doing this Reaper thing.
Yep.
So, you know, that's the danger with having low APM as a Terran.
Yeah. Blake did go for Blink and for extended thermal lances in his first
Yeah,
class.
his Colossus is gonna be pretty dangerous, but Joseph's already making Vikings. He finally took advantage of that expansion. So that didn't come into play for a while.
He's keeping on with the Marauders, and he's getting more barracks. And somehow, he finished this missile turret.
Yeah, Blake is even on the probe count, so he's not far behind. Just especially since Joseph was late in utilizing this ninja expansion.
Yep, and it's about to get spotted.
Yeah, it's gonna get spotted.
Blake's observer is on the way.
But if you look at the army supply, Joseph has a superior army count, 80 versus 47, and he's getting a ton of upgrades. Blake just now gets his forge, so he has no upgrades.
Right. Now he does have 2 Colossus, and he's working on his 3rd, so...
Yep. But I think he doesn't have enough. If Joseph pushes now, especially with these 4 Vikings, he's gonna wipe out that 1 Colossus.
Yep. Looks like
Blake sees it, so he's gonna go try to counter that thing. Joseph is gonna see it with this Marine in the middle.
Yep.
And look at that. He's already on his route, even before seeing that.
That's scary. It's a scary number of Marines and Marauders. And they're all 1-1.
And he's gonna take care of this army. He doesn't want him to kill this ninja expansion. He spends a scan there thinking there's an observer or a DT, but
Yeah.
there isn't any. Joseph's ahead in supply by 30 or 20.
Blake's trying to upgrade fast. He just threw down 2 more forges to try and upgrade everything at once if he can.
Yeah, that's a bit much. He doesn't have enough gas to do that.
Dropping behind in harvesters again.
Yeah.
It comes a little low.
He probably should have just stuck with maybe 1, maybe 2. Because he got a 3rd one. He's upgrading everything, so he's gonna be short on gas later. He's gonna need it. So I don't know. Maybe he realized he had too much gas. So he's like, screw it. Let me try to use it as fast as I can.
Could be.
He's got a
Probably
scary Colossus count there.
Storm now.
Yeah, that's a scary Colossus count. Joseph doesn't have enough Vikings. He has like almost 1 Viking per Colossus, which ain't gonna cut it.
No.
There you go. He has another Viking on the way.
Blake's starting to push out a little bit, checking.
And he prevents a third base. Ooh, he died. Why did that Colossus die? How did that Colossus die?
Was it an actual Colossus or was it?
Yeah, he had 4 Colossus and he died right here. I don't know if he misclicked and killed his own Colossus. I think that's what happened.
It's possible.
Because there's no mines in there, nothing. And the mine couldn't kill 1 Colossus, so I think he misclicked and killed his own Colossus.
Well, Blake just brought his observer into the middle of the pile.
And Joseph sees. Yeah, Joseph has enough to beat that army.
Certainly now after that 4th Colossus is dead.
Yep.
And he's throwing down another expansion.
Got a couple more Vikings, got expansion. Now, Joseph lost a TVP versus Micro Jackson by expanding too much. And then what happened was he traded armies badly, and then it was a snowball, Protoss moving up at him, and he couldn't stop it. So he's got to be careful here not to overexpand. He's got to make sure he has a ton of production structures here. So he probably needs to, yeah, he needs to pop out more, I think.
Pulling out 7 Marauders at a time.
Here we go. This is a crucial battle. Let's see who micros this properly here. And that's the win. It's a bad concave for Joseph, I think. But with all those Vikings,
He's got the
once he
Colossi.
wipes out the Vikings, that Protoss is useless. That unit. He's not gonna stop this push. He traded pretty well though. Blake had a better trade on that, considering, you know, the numbers.
I suppose.
I mean, look at this. 55 units killed by Blake. But the problem is, he lost his Colossus.
Yeah, but look at the difference. Those Colossi made and how much resources he lost in that fight.
Yeah.
It's almost double.
And now, yeah, he has quadrupled the army supply. Well, now it's 1/3.
But he
3
does
times.
have a little bit better income again.
Yeah.
Although, you know, here comes the... you know, his main is mined out, but his third base is back online again. Or his fourth
Yeah,
base.
and Blake is running out of money, so he's in trouble. He cannot afford to lose any more units at this point. He's gonna have to do a perfect battle here where he splits the units, the rest get killed by the photon overcharge, etc.
It just got a whole lot worse for him because the 2-1 upgrades just finished for the Marauders.
Oh yeah, he's in trouble.
He's 1-1-1.
Joseph can actually just hang out here and bleed him, you know, and just get the perfect unit count. He's just being safe. He's not sure.
Catch up with his upgrades. He's 2-1-1 now.
Yeah, he's down in 50 supply. He's in big trouble. He can't take this force without Psystorm. That's his only hope. Colossus will take too long. Besides, with all those
Just
Vikings, he's gonna go. Yeah, he's gonna go and kill as much as he can with this mobile force. Of course, Joseph scans. He's like, oh wait, I can kill that.
Yeah,
And this is gonna be a base trade situation. The problem is Blake does not have a probe anywhere outside that can do anything. Let's see if Joseph gets egged into coming back, or he just trades. Joseph's gonna trade because, you know, while this is nice,
here it goes.
while this is nice, he can't stop this ball. And Blake, can he kill these structures fast enough? No, he won't. Blake can never face this army. And another thing is, you don't base trade with Terran because they can fly buildings.
Yep. And he's got no anti-air.
Yeah.
Well, he's got the stalkers, but he's got no way of chasing air.
Yep. And, you know, Joseph is already rallying troops here to even soften this up, even kill it. So
yeah.
I think this is pretty much done. It's a bad base trade. I think what he needed to do was get Psystorm as fast as possible. He was also very late in his upgrades. Here you go. I mean, look at this.
In fact, even have Psystorms before you start pushing out Liquid Colossi.
Yeah, and he knows that he's done. And that ends the game.
Congratulations, Joseph.